lot of projects in a paid ads. You're helping companies to optimize it, scale it, and build the whole motion around it. Um, I have a specific question with regard to personalize for paid ads, and when you have SDRs that they need to take care of those leads, we have cost per lead. What's what do you think in that perspective? How personalized is helping your clients today?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, and that's a really important question to address for our clients and businesses that are spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on Google Ads. As you know, the cost per acquisition from a paid ad, for example, can be very expensive if you're not following through properly. So what Personalize helps our clients do is to automate that response and generate a personalized response on behalf of, say, the SDR who can respond to that. So, for example, a contact clicks on the ad, they land on the landing page or the website of the client. They fill out the form, hit submit. Instantly, what Personalize can do is go do that research on that contact, go scan their LinkedIn profile, go surf the internet and scan the internet for all the personalization data that Personalize can find on that contact, and then help to craft an actual email response to that individual, again, within minutes, such that instead of your lead time being maybe days later by the time an SDR responds to that lead, Personalize can help automate and really quickly respond to that lead so that you're not burning dollars on paid ads and not having a personalized response in a timely manner. As we know, response time is everything when it comes to new leads, particularly if they're qualified. And so Personalize can help qualify, craft the response, send out the response on behalf of the SDR, get an appointment set, any number of things to help really speed the ability for the company to respond to those inbound leads coming from paid ads.
A follow-up question on that: when an ad converts through a form, which is typically this is the way we are capturing them. A lot of time, HubSpot customer they enroll it into a sales sequence with multiple touch points. Some of them would be automatically sent as an automated email. Some of them would be a call script drafted for a salesperson, manual email, and at the moment, and LinkedIn messages that might be drafted. So, okay, this is an executive, you have to reach out, and also there's a lead scoring concept that we have paid ads and we need to treat leads differently. And a lot of that would require expert reasoning. And from a perspective of my domain and my industry, I would need to understand this customer. They would treat them differently. So I know, the kind of that in that context, once a lead converts, and we can I want to know how you consider and how you are using Personalize to qualify, route them the right direction, and then how you would deal with the messages and content of those steps and touch points inside the sales sequence.
Yeah, no, that's a great question, Hamed, in the sense that how does Personalize help our clients respond to those leads or those new opportunities coming in from contacts, submitting a form, for example. Well, I say it's in a number of areas. One is doing the research with the AI research agent, really learning everything that Personalize can and delivering that to the outbound rep, learn everything they can about the particular contact. So instead of a rep going off and spending hours and hours and hours scanning LinkedIn, surfing the internet for information about the contact, Personalize can do all that in an automated fashion and then deliver that back to the rep. So there's now scripts that are written that helps the rep actually reach out and contact when they contact that particular prospect, have that information, that personalized information that the reps, as if they've already done that research over 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever that might be. All that's delivered in a very personalized way so that the rep can engage with the prospect in a way that they know the rep, or the rep knows the prospect, knows that contact. So being able to do research back scripts, having the key points that are written even developing voicemail content. What's the script for the voicemail to drop, if the lead doesn't pick up and you're dropping a voicemail on the contact. So there's a number of things that Personalize can really help, again, deliver that personalization at scale. So it's that ability of going out and doing that research, finding out all about that contact, that prospect, delivering that in a personalized way, so that when then the human agent, the SDR or the account executive, whatever the sales role might be, when they're outbounding or doing that outreach to that prospect, they're armed with that personalized information that's assisted by Personalize to be more effective in really converting that prospect into an opportunity.
Awesome. I'm going to change to a different use case that I know you are, firsthand, and you work a lot on the technology side of working with a SaaS company in dialing technology, and also you work with customer deploying technology and enabling their SDRs to do cold calling. I want to ask you about use cases that you use Personalize to enable cold callers. So as you know, we can qualify an account using different researchers. And then once they are qualified, we have different enrichment tools. We can find the top executives or key titles within that qualified accounts, enriches with phone numbers and emails, and then we enroll it to a sequence. So the SDR now has the opportunity to take over, start cold calling if it's a call heavy types of sequence. I want in that context, what you think, and also considering technologies that enable parallel dialing and increasing the speed of doing more calls within hours, and the problem of research and not knowing the customer.
Yeah, no, that's a critical use case for a lot of businesses. So as you know, Hamed, the more touches, the more dials, the more outreach you can do, the higher the ability for the business to, whether it's a software as a service company or another business services organization. There's a number of technologies, power dialers and auto dialers and platforms that help that do that. One of the businesses in particular is Kixi. We've worked with Kixi in the past as well. It's a great tool within the HubSpot ecosystem. They can help really with a lot of the automation of outbound calling. Where I see Personalize fitting in that mix is doing a lot of that research, a lot of that personalization, so that the outbound efforts can be that much more successful, because the outreach is much more personalized. So again, doing the research, helping to write the scripts, helping to automate that outreach and building those sales sequences, executing on those sales sequences in HubSpot in concert with those tools like Kixi and dialer platforms like that, I think is really, really critical, and it's important for today's businesses. Basically, just it arms an outbound rep to be that much more efficient and more effective, because they can deal with a lot more touches in a lot higher scale. That's again more personalized than it would be if it's just a plain cold outreach with no research being done. So I'd say again, having Personalize as that AI agent doing that research, developing that personalization, helping to craft what is the script that an outbound agent should use, doing all that essentially in real time, so that the outbound human agent who's doing that dialing and trying to connect with those prospects can be far more successful, because they're armed with that personalized information about each of those contacts. That's again delivered through HubSpot, delivered via Personalize and its AI capabilities.
One follow-up question on that is the growing interest to parallel dialing systems, so you can call multiple people at the same times. And one of the bottleneck that I know you worked firsthand and Personalize helped is, once a SDR connect to someone, and if they don't research it, they have they don't have the right positioning, and they cannot initiate the conversation. They don't know that person at all. And this research that we deliver at the time of connection, saving minutes even before doing it, and now you can do multiple at the same time. I want to know about that use case. What was the pain point and how we addressed it with Personalize?
Yeah, I say the key theme here with Personalize is personalization at scale. And what that allows a business to do is operate more touches in parallel. So parallel processing. In other words, instead of in serial or in sequence, you can now have a human agent with the empowerment of Personalize, working with them, working inside HubSpot, working with some of these other tools. You can now parallel process more outbound touches all at once. Again, develop higher reply rates, develop much more accurate personalization at scale. So the Personalize AI agents can proactively manage and self-correct, ensuring essentially a flawless execution every step of the way without necessarily involving humans. It drives a much shorter MQL, so marketing qualified lead response. So it enables a business to instantly respond or engage those inbound leads with a personalized outreach. So I think the key value of Personalize in this context is, again, enabling a business to reach more prospects at scale with greater personalization, and do it in a way that you're actually parallel processing multiple touches, so that as a voicemail is being dropped or as a live human is answering a call, the business can be highly responsive to that based on, again, what we Personalize has delivered and what's known about that prospect as a result of that AI agent research that's been done.
Thank you so much. I'm going to remove this part, but my follow-up question is, do you want to cover SEO and
let's do ABM. Let's talk about ABM real quick.
ABM, and also for content creation. I don't want to position it for blog. I want to focus on e-commerce with lots of localization. I think that's a very interesting use case for a company that they have multi-offices, franchise. So I'm going to start with the ABM.
Okay. Yeah, let's just break it up. You want to pause the recording and then we'll do ABM, and then pause the recording, then we'll do